Hey guys, welcome to today's live, day 3 of teaching in the USA, your guide. As promised, we'll be here daily sharing. Today we're going to be talking about teaching license. I know that some of you are interested to know if you have to have a teaching license to get a teaching job in the United States. So we're going to be talking about that. If you missed the previous lives, on Monday we talk about the requirements. You need to check those out. It's under live on my YouTube channel, Kicking with Dr. Britton. Good morning, JC Creations. So it's under lives. Day 1, we spoke about the requirements. Yesterday we talked some about J1 versus H1B visa. Today we're going to talk about licensure. Do you need a license to teach in the United States? Hello, Paladi. Thanks for joining. Now, guys, go ahead and put in the comment section, especially if you're joining for the first time, where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? I'm always missing the comments on Facebook. I need to figure out how to see the comments on Facebook while I'm on my live. I'm not seeing those. I usually see the ones on. Hey, Cora from North Carolina. Thanks for joining. I usually see those on IG and TikTok or YouTube, but I'm not seeing the ones on Facebook. I usually see them after the live. But thanks for joining, guys. We're going to be talking today about, hey, Palodi from India. We're going to be talking about teaching licensure, teaching in the United States. All right. Also, go ahead and share this link with somebody who might need the information so that they too can learn from the platform. For those who are joining for the first time, my name is Dr. Britton. This morning is going to be a short one. It's not going to be long. Going to be a short live. And if there are other topics you're interested in, you can always put those in the comment section so I can get those for you. All right. Good morning, Aisha. All right. So, hello, Catherine. Hello. Where are you located? I'm in South Carolina. That's where I'm currently streaming from, South Carolina. All right. And that's in the United States. So we have been talking about how to get a teaching job in the United States. On Monday, we talked about the requirements. And yesterday we spoke about the different avenues you can take to come to the US, whether it be through the J1 program sponsor or, hey, Adrian, hey, Nell, you did not get back to me with that information, or H1B. All right, so if you missed those two lives yesterday, you can check those out. They are under live on my YouTube channel. I will be posting them shortly also on my IG page, so you can check those out and get the full details. Hey, Anne from Kenya, and we have Nav. I'm doing good, Nav. Can you please help? Which school can sponsor H? Polari, I've shared a lot of schools on my YouTube channel that sponsors H1B visa. Hmm? Yeah. I've shared a lot of school districts, so you can check those past videos out. A lot of information has been shared about school districts that sponsor H1B visa. So offhand right now, if that's what you mean, I cannot think of any right now, but if you go back to those videos, you will see that I shared a lot of school districts that sponsor H1B visa. And that's something that I've been sharing for a long time on my platform. Those who are joining for the first time, go ahead and subscribe and share, as well as turn your notification bells on. So today we're going to be talking about teaching licensure. For those who are joining, it's mainly people who are interested in getting a teaching job in the United States. So what happened is this: there are basic requirements that you should have before you start, venture into teaching in the United States. And I did say, if you check out day one of teaching the United States, your guide, you will see the requirements. Yesterday we talked about the different avenues. So today we're going to be talking about the teaching licensure. Now, a lot of people ask, are there sponsors in Hawaii? Offhand, I'm not sure. I can definitely double check the answer. So a lot of people ask, do I need a teaching license before I can apply for a teaching job in the United States? And the answer is no. You don't actually need a physical teaching license before you apply. If you are in your home country and you have a teaching license in your home country, that's a plus. But some countries do not do teaching licensure. Okay, teachers go to teaching college or the universities, they get a degree in teaching, and they're eligible to teach in their home country, but they do not have, steps to get a teaching license in their home country. So you don't have to have a teaching license from your home country, but it is a plus if you have a teaching license from your home country. However, you need a teaching license to teach in the United States. In order to teach in the United States, you got to have a teaching license, and there are steps that will be taken for you to get that teaching licensure. Can you please help suggest or move our resume to concerned person? Hey, Danali from India again. So, here, what? Okay. Okay. All right. So, what they do is, if you are applying to a J1 sponsor, is that J1 program sponsor will be responsible to assist you in getting a teaching license to teach in the United States. And in many cases, you will get a international teaching license, and it will be valid for your duration in the United States. It's kind of easier to get an international teaching license if you go through a J1 program sponsor, because basically they have agreement with the US Department of State, and so when they contact the different education department, whether it be in South Carolina or North Carolina, they have ways of getting you a international teaching license without any hassle. However, if you get a job through H1B sponsorship, you might be left maybe 80% of the time on your own to get that teaching license to teach with your school district. So it's important for you to decide, as we said yesterday, if you want to do J1 visa or H1B visa. A positive, or should I say a plus for the J1, once you are on a J1 visa and you are offered a international teaching license, it's going to be easier for you to transition to a regular teaching license once you complete your teaching licensure exams, which we're going to be talking about as well. In order for you to get some of the or in order for you to get your teaching license, you'll have to do some type of licensure exam depending on the state that you are in. For example, in South Carolina, they do the praxis, and in Georgia, they do GACE, and other states would your praxis or your GACE to reciprocate your license. When I'm trying direct hire from India, some are asking for SSN, some are asking for teaching certificate equivalent to the respective state. Yes, they are going to ask for teaching certificate, and specifically if you have your credential evaluation, you can use that as your equivalent to a US degree. So if you did start the process with IAG, as you mentioned yesterday, then you would have had your credential evaluation. You could use that, you could show that. And for social security number, you can always reach out to HR and explain. Some of them will tell you to use all zeros, some will say use all nines just to get the application process completed. So you definitely need to communicate also if you are applying by completing my FCE. Yes, so that should be your equivalence to see that you have a bachelor's degree equivalent to a teaching degree. I complete my FCE. Okay, if I connect with you to for 1 year subscription, could you assist or help me get offering in Irving, Texas? I could assist. I could assist you, but I don't guarantee, as I mentioned yesterday, that you will get a job offer. You will get a job, but I could assist you through the platform. You're welcome, Danala. So yes. People stay in their home country. Another way to get your teaching license, you can stay in your home country and start looking about your teaching license in the United States. Not all states will allow you to do it. Some states you definitely have to have a social security number in order to apply for your teaching licensure, but some states will allow you to get a temporary social security number and apply for your teaching license. Georgia is one such state which will offer a temporary number to be used in space of the social security number for you to start working on your teaching license in the state of Georgia. So you have to know which state you're interested in and do your research on the state and how to get a teaching license in that state. I did share some um, videos also about getting a teaching license in specific states. You can check those out. I know I did California, and not remembering offhand what other states I did, but you can check that out on my YouTube channel to see what states I've looked at so far. I will be sharing more, but you can also do your own research to see how you can get a teaching license while still living in your home country. I know for South Carolina, they want you to pass the practice first. That's the exam. Okay. Okay, so I know you need to pass the praxis first, and nothing is guaranteed, Danala. Even if you apply to a J1 sponsor, even if you apply to a school district, nothing is guaranteed. So you can never know if you're going to get a job until you actually get that job. So I'm not sure what you're laughing about. All right. So if you are interested to get a teaching license for South Carolina, then you are definitely going to need to do your praxis. And once you pass your praxis, then you can start the process to get your teaching licensure in your home country for that license. You can do the praxis at home in the comfort of your home online. And once you pass it, you can start the process to get your teaching license. All right. So another way, once you have signed up for your teaching licensure exams, you can also get information on how to pass your exam through study.com. Now, study.com, they offer services where you can get practice exams, you can get sample materials that you can study to pass your exam. So if you're interested in South Carolina, then you can start applying for your practice. You can do that home in the comfort of your home, and you can also use study.com to help you. And it's not just for South Carolina, because study.com offers materials for different exams to include the GACE, TechSex, and other licensure exams that you need for different states. So if you go ahead and you're sure you want to work in a specific state, you research that state, and you know what the requirements are to get that license, what you can do is do that exam, specifically if it's offered remotely, you do it in your home country. And then once it's completed, you can start working on your teaching licensure. Okay? All right. So if there's any question, you can go ahead and put your questions down in the comment section. As I did say earlier, this is going to be a quick one. It was not going to be a long live, and I thought I was on. And then we'll wrap up. It's going to be dependent on the state that you want to teach in, Nazirk. If you want to teach, for example, in South Carolina, you got to do the praxis. If you want to teach in Georgia, you got to do the GACE. Now, you don't have to do these if you are coming on a J1 program sponsor. You will get a international teaching license. And even if you come on an H1B, they will give you time to complete maybe a year before you complete that exam. But some people like to be proactive and do it before. And so if they do it before, that's a plus for them. They already have the teaching license. All right, so I think that's it. We have no more questions. We will log off. If you have other questions when the video is uploaded, you can put those in the comment section. If you're watching for the first time, you did not subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and I'll see you next time.